Hey, Vic. Right
Who
here.
talking?
Middle, right here.
What's up, good buddy?
What's up, man? So you had to feel pretty good coming into last season after all your off-season work. Do you have a similar feeling coming into this year?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the challenge of taking my game to another level. I'm looking forward to the challenge of just it being another year, a new year, new experiences, new ups, new downs. We're just going to continue to keep having the same mindset and just continue to pursue greatness, not only with myself, but with my team as well.
Vic, Coach was talking about how he feels like this season there's going to be higher expectations and that last season is in the rearview mirror. Is that kind of the mentality you guys have to take as you start training camp?
I just think a little differently. Every year you have expectations, right? So every year expectations are better than the next year because you want to do better every year, right? So with us, why even worry ourselves about stuff we absolutely can't control? Like, that's my whole mentality. Like, you guys, all due respect, and everyone else in the media, you guys can compare and contrast. Me and my teammates, we should just be focused on today and the next day and the next day. At the end of the day, that's what media is driven by, is compare and contrast. Like, you compare and contrast players, you compare and contrast stats, you compare and contrast seasons. That's what people want to read. That's what people want to see. We have no control over that. We're not there when y'all are writing it. We're not there when they go over it. We're not there when they air it on ESPN. So we just got to focus on today and getting better one day at a time. And if we do that, then the sky's the limit for us. I don't think guys are really worried about last year because it was last year. We can't go back in time, unfortunately, because if we could, I would change just a few things. But it is what it is. And I've learned from it, and it's helped me mentally, and it's helped me physically, and the same goes for my teammates as well. So I'm looking forward to the year. Win. Simple as that. Just win. Win. I believe if you just take it one day at a time and try to win today and win one day at a time, then everything else will take care of itself. I think that's why we were so good last year, is that we didn't look too far ahead and we didn't look behind us. We just focused on the there and now.
And also, he was in Miami along with a couple of Pacers and former Pacers, even this year. What were some of the things that you kind of went over with the new guys and older guys when you was at Miami?
Just instilling in our culture, and just bring guys together and have them get to know each other a little better. We got some new faces, both young guys and new vets as well. So I just try to bring us all together and kind of get to know each other a little better, hang out, and see each other from a different perspective. So it was pretty cool. We had a good time, too.
Vic, starting the season off and not looking at last year, how important was it for you to get everybody together in Miami and do what you just did to create a different vibe of chemistry?
I think it was really important. I think it was a great start to our season, meaning just getting us all together and being able to step outside of our comfort zones and get to know somebody that you might not already know. So maybe that will essentially get us over the hump, whatever hump that may be going on during this year. But I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I don't want to go back and look on this year and think to myself, man, I could have did this better, or man, I could have done that to help us. I had that feeling last year, and I don't plan on having that feeling this year.
Vic, what specific improvements or anything do you see from Miles this year coming into the season?
I mean, you could just tell when he walks in, his demeanor, his energy is different, his body's different. He's ready to go. So I'm looking forward, and I'm excited for him this year, and I'm excited for all of us. So it's going to be a fun year.
Vic, in what ways do you feel like you improved your game in the offseason? Anything specific?
It'd be hard for me to tell you, but I could show you very well.
Any particular skills that you worked on or focused on, tried to be better at?
I can show you. I'll show you for sure in about like 2.5 weeks. I won't even bring it out in preseason. I'm gonna wait till the first game just for you.
Vic, after the moves Kevin made, how do you feel you guys stack up with Boston?
I feel like we can beat anybody in the NBA. Simple as that. I don't know how we stack up with them. I don't know how I just feel like we can beat every team. I feel like we're capable. I feel like we have the players, the coaching, and the ability to beat anyone. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes.
I think you tweeted that you'd be a good Monstar in Space Jam.
Yeah, let's make that happen. Campaign. I'll be a crazy Monstar.
Who would you like to be your teammates on the Monstars?
I could care less. I just know I could be a crazy Monstar. So I think it would be pretty dope. Hopefully I get that opportunity.
Vic, this time last year, you told me that you were coming in with a brick house on your shoulder. How big is that brick now, or has it changed now that you've had a chance to play 1 year here with the Pacers and do as well as you did last year?
Honestly, it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, honestly, to be honest with you. It was only 1 year, and that's the criticism. It was just 1 year. Can he do it again? Can they do it again is the next thing. And at the end of the day, whether they said that or not, it'll still be a brick house. He's a brick, the song. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So that's never going to change. I've been through so much of my career that I'm constantly going to have a weight on my shoulder and play with that chip on my shoulder and play with that adversity and something to prove, because I've been through too much where people have doubted me. So as fast as it can be given to you, it can be taken away from you as well. So that's my mentality, is to give it everything I have every day, and I can live with the results if I do that.
During the minutes that you and Tyreek are going to share the floor this year, how do you see that dynamic working out on the court?
I think it's going to work really well. I can play off the ball. He can play off the ball. He can play with the ball. I can play with the ball. And he's versatile. I'm versatile. And he has a great way of getting his teammates better and making plays as well. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a great dynamic, and I think it's going to work really well. And plus, I've met him before this, so I've known Tyreek for a few years now, and it's pretty cool to have him on the squad along with Doug, who I played with for a year, and Kyle, who I played with for 3 years.
Vic, I know you're a music lover. I'm curious if you had a song of the summer or an artist of the summer that you're really digging.
That's pretty tough, man. I mean, I'm a real big Lil Baby fan. I don't know if you guys know who Lil Baby is, but shout out to Lil Baby out there. He's one of the bros. I'm a real big Lil Baby fan. That's who I listen to right now. It gets me ready for the games. Gets me ready for life in general, honestly. And it's pretty cool. Eminem had a crazy album that just dropped. That was awesome, too. It's crazy to see how he hasn't lost or anything, really. So it's pretty dope, man. There's some great music dropped this summer. Hopefully mine drops pretty soon.
Vic, Nate talked about strengthening your core as a key in the offseason. How important was that for you, knowing the pounding that you took last year as that lead guy?
I think it's important, definitely, to strengthen our core and things like that. But I'm ready for anything, and I know my guys are ready for anything. So it's going to be a tough year, but we'll build tough.